very, very important. They're your starting point. A good grip and a good stance will help improve accuracy and help reduce recoil. So that's what we're going to go over today. So let's get to it. All right, so we're going to start with your stance. And your stance is going to be a solid base. You want to let me get the camera down just a little bit. You want to start with your feet about shoulder width apart. Anywhere, just kind of close to shoulder width apart and then a straight line. Or if you need to be, you can be kind of offset, which means if you're a right-hand shooter, your left leg is slightly forward. If you're a left-hand shooter, your right leg is slightly forward. So that's kind of where you want to start at with your stance. It's shoulder width apart and then maybe slightly offset. That's your starting point on your stance. Looks like this. Feet shoulder width apart, maybe slightly offset. A lot of people like to do the slightly offset part, but that's your stance. That's your starting point. All right, so let's talk about your posture. You got your legs, your feet about shoulder width apart. So what you want to do is bend your legs and your waist slightly, not overly aggressive, just kind of slightly, because you want to be kind of leaning forward. So you kind of want your shoulder ahead of your waist, your head above your shoulder. So you kind of look like this. So that's kind of how you want to do. Knees slightly bent, leaning forward. And you're leaning forward because it's going to help you reduce that recoil. If you're leaning back, when you shoot, the recoil is just going to kind of take you back like that. So you want to be leaning slightly forward when you got your, and then what you do is you bring the gun up to your eyesight. I don't want you to have the gun out and then be trying to search for it. I want you to have your eye set on where you want to go. Bring your gun up to what you're shooting and aim. With practice, when you get right here, it's going to be ready to go. You're just going to pull the trigger and go. So that's kind of what you want to do. Feet shoulder width apart, maybe slightly offset, knees slightly bent, waist slightly bent, shoulders ahead of your waist, ears ahead of your shoulders. It's going to be kind of like this. And that's your starting point. And then from there, you can kind of get maybe what's more comfortable to you. Some people want to be maybe a little more upright, but that's your starting point right there. Is feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, waist slightly bent, shoulders ahead of the waist, ears ahead of the shoulders. Bring the gun up to your eyesight. I don't want you to have your head here and then you got the gun here and you're trying to look for it. Have your head here, bring the gun up to your eyesight. All right, that's your posture. So let's talk about your grip. Now, the famous one that's done now is the high 2 thumbs forward kind of grip. So what you want to do is right in here, right below the beaver tail, some people call it a tang. You want to get the web of your hand as high up in there as possible. Okay, see that? As high up in there as possible. You don't want your hands down here. Recoil, remember? When that gun flips, it's going to be doing that. You don't want that. You want your hand here, so when that recoil hits, you're doing it. 3 fingers around. This bottom finger is touching the bottom of the trigger guard. Your other hand, you got a nice tight grip. Fingers off the trigger till you're ready to shoot, so you're going to index it. You're indexing your index finger right here on the bottom of the slide right there, top of the slide. So that's your grip for your strong hand, okay? So you got that. So now you want to come in with your other strong hand, your weak side hand. Some people tell you to bring it at like a 45-degree angle, kind of like this, and you're going to put it right in here. You want as much of your palm of your hand on the grip as possible. You want as much as both hands holding it. So this hand has this one. Bring this hand at an angle, put your meat of your hand right in there, and you're going to kind of grip it. Both thumbs facing forward. This thumb's on top. That thumb's facing forward. See how it is on that hand? Kind of grip it in. Index. You can look at it. You can see from the top. Kind of see how it is. So that's your grip. A good, nice, steady grip on the gun. Both thumbs facing forward. I like to have my fingers kind of interlaced, right in between the knuckles of each hand. And so that's your grip. That's what you're doing when you're shooting, okay? All right, so let's see that good grip and stance in action. I'm gonna load my gun. Okay, so now I got my stance. Feet shoulder width apart. Offset just a little bit. Do my little bend. Now, I've already loaded it, so I'm gonna get my grip. Got everything there. Boom, here. Now I'm going to have my head straight up. Bring the gun up to my line of sight and fire. After I turn the safety off. Start over. Don't be safe. All right, start from low ready. Bring it up. And see, now that was a lot of recoil. I didn't have my hand up all the way. Showed you guys some different things. So let's get it up all the way. Let's hit it. All right, let's hit it this time. A little less recoil. See that? Holding it tight. Holding it tight. Lean forward. That's what you want to do. All right. You want to try to prevent as much recoil as possible so you can get on that second shot as much as possible. When you're shooting, if you got a lot of recoil, somebody's coming at you, you're trying to get back on, it's not going to help you. A good stance, leaning forward, a good grip while that gun's tight in your hand will help you get on that second shot a lot quicker. It's going to help you out a lot. All right, good grip, good stance. Fundamentals of shooting, all right? Handgun fundamentals. A good grip, a good stance will help you out all the time. Work on your grip, work on your stance, do dry fire. These are the fundamentals. This is your base. This is where you start at. So I hope you guys enjoyed everything. If you did, if you got some tips or something you want to teach me or let me know, put it down in the comments below. We'll talk to you guys later. Until then, stay safe, shoot straight. Let's keep shooting, baby. Let's keep shooting. Shots I got left. Alright, so here at Fidian Tactical, we're trying to give you good quality content, especially for new shooters, people that may be underrepresented in the community. So if these videos are helpful or informational, like and subscribe. Just kind of help grow the channel. That's what we're trying to do, is grow, get to as many people as possible. So if you like what you see, like and subscribe. All right, you guys stay safe.